Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
One woman is dead after being struck by a vehicle. This all taking place in the city's north side. Details about this incident coming up next.
Plus, we are talking about the latest involving the mask mandate in schools, as well as where cases now stand here in Bexar County.
And speaking of Bexar County, taking a live look out at the Alamo City, 76 degrees to start this Saturday morning. What is the rest of the day? What does the weekend look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. Until then, good morning. It is 6 o'clock Saturday, August 14th. Thank you so much for starting your weekend with us. Full honesty, we have these little iPads, so scripts.
Yeah.
I had 16th pulled up, and I was like, that is not our show.
You know,
I'm trying to fast forward already.
August is kind of flying by.
Huge shout out to Sarah Costa.
Oh.
Our not master gardener. We can't give her that title yet, but she came in with this huge thing of salsa this morning. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Salsa, all from the garden, right?
I'm gonna get to you, Sarah. I knew that was gonna be Sarah's face, but I just happened to be texting Max yesterday. I was like, "Do you like salsa?" Because I have like a plethora of salsa, just because my garden keeps making all these peppers. So
big win.
Making a lot of salsa.
You know what?
I'll get to you, Sarah.
For breakfast yesterday, that would have been perfect. Migas.
Migas, yeah. I'm putting that salsa on everything.
Ugh, yes. Okay, I will happily accept
Okay.
your garden fresh.
You're next.
Salsa. Okay, so let's take a look outside right now. We are seeing some clouds work their way in this morning. It's 77 degrees outside right now with southeast winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour in places. Now, these morning clouds are going to be pretty temporary, and we'll have lots of sunshine this afternoon. Right now, though, temperature is a little cooler outside by a couple of degrees than this past week, but still temperatures right now 73 at GMSA Randolph, 68 in Comfort, 78 in Canyon Lake, 72 in Kerrville, and 73 in Uvalde. So looking ahead to this weekend, today going to be generally just hot and humid, plenty of sunshine in the afternoon. There is a 10% chance for a stray shower. A lot like yesterday, there were a couple of pop-up showers in the afternoon hours. That's going to be the case today. But tomorrow in the afternoon, scattered showers and storms are going to develop. A much better chance tomorrow afternoon for some rain in your backyard, about a 40% chance for those afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Now, one thing to keep in mind, though, is that if you do have outdoor plans this weekend, it will not be a washout. Again, only a 10% chance today, and tomorrow we'll wait until the afternoon hours to really see those scattered showers and storms. So coming up, I'll walk through the details, and of course, we'll take a check of the tropics, which are heating up in the Atlantic. Tropical Depression Fred and Tropical Storm Grace. More for you in the full forecast coming up. Max and Sarah?
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, one woman dead after San Antonio police tell us she was hit by a vehicle overnight.
Jonathan Cotto joins us live. Jonathan, what have you been able to learn about this tragic situation so far?
Well, Sarah, we know that all this happened at a small apartment community on the city's north side. But let's take a look at what that overnight scene looked like. Heavy police presence at this small north side apartment community. Police responding to the scene of 200 Deerwood Drive around 10:15 last night. That complex located between Austin Highway and Eisenhower Road. Police say a 7-year-old woman was walking inside of that parking lot of this apartment community and say a 69-year-old man drove into that apartment complex, hitting the woman with his vehicle. Investigators on scene tell us the woman suffered some pretty bad injuries. They say she was pronounced dead at the scene. EMS did assist at that scene. Now, it's unclear at the moment if the driver is a resident of that apartment community, but we do know the 69-year-old was taken into custody and will be facing intoxication manslaughter. Now, the IDs of that driver or the victim have not been released at this moment, but of course, we'll be following this case and bring you the latest as more information is made available. For GMSA, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Now to the latest in the pandemic here at home in Bexar County. Parents now starting to push back against mask mandates for their respective schools, arguing that they should have a choice for their children. Local leaders argue that this safety measure is needed to help stop the spread of COVID that's sending children and adults to our local hospitals. The Fourth Court of Appeals deciding to uphold the mask mandate through at least Monday morning. Yet another blow to Governor Greg Abbott and Attorney General Ken Paxton, both trying to reverse the Bexar County judge's temporary restraining order on the mask mandate. Now, Abbott and Paxton both likely now to appeal to the Texas Supreme Court. Mayor Ron Nirenberg reacting to the Fourth Court of Appeals ruling on social media saying in part, quote, there are still some long days ahead, but I'm encouraged that the law continues to be on the side of students, teachers, and public health, end quote. So now we wait because on Monday, a judge will decide if that mask mandate will be allowed to extend past the Monday deadline.
Well, speaking of the coronavirus in schools, a year-round Northeast ISD campus is reporting an alarming rise in COVID-19 cases. Dr. Micah says Castle Hills Elementary opened on July 19th with cases being initially low. However, the school now has 18 confirmed student cases and 4 cases among its staff. Many of those student cases due to close contact while at school. Dr. Micah expressing the importance of mask wearing.
At this point, the data is showing us that mitigation strategies are necessary. School staff will continue to promote hand hygiene, classroom sanitation, and social distancing when possible. But it has been clear recently that those strategies are not enough.
Dr. Micah says if the trend spreads to other campuses in the school district, they may have to close some campuses. The rest of any ISD schools start on Monday.
All right, taking a look at where we stand as a whole here at home when it comes to COVID cases. At last check, our 7-day rolling average hitting nearly 1,400 new cases. It's a 5% increase since just Thursday. Meanwhile, 1,300 COVID patients hospitalized, 333 in the ICU, 214 are on ventilators. Now, the highly contagious and dangerous Delta variant leading to more and more Americans getting vaccinated. More than 900,000 shots were administered in just a 24-hour period.
Well, more than 69% of individuals 12 and older receiving their first shot. It comes as hospitalizations are surging across the country. ABC's Christine Sloan has more.
The CDC officially recommending vaccine booster shots for the estimated 7 million Americans with vulnerable immune systems.
I'm just so relieved, not only for myself, but for the thousands of other patients that will now have the opportunity to get the booster shot.
Just hours after the announcement, Walgreens and CVS announcing they will administer third doses to eligible patients. But the nation's top health officials say more research is needed to determine whether the general public will also need a third shot.
As soon as we find out that we will need to have to booster people, we're going to be ready to do it right away.
The Delta variant fueling the urgency as 80,000 patients fill hospitals from coast to coast. The national daily case average rising 884% since mid-June. Dallas running out of pediatric ICU beds. Meantime, the University of Mississippi setting up a makeshift care facility and a hospital parking garage.
It'll house 20 beds. We will put COVID patients here. There'll be non-ICU patients.
In Alabama, Governor Kay Ivey issuing a limited state of emergency to help hospitals and frontline workers, but reasserting that there will be no statewide mask mandate or closures. And Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves doubling down on his refusal to put in a mask mandate.
I believe every individual ought to make what they believe to be the best decision for themselves to protect themselves.
Christine Sloan, ABC News, New York.
As you just heard, the FDA and an advisory committee for the CDC are approving a third dose of vaccine for those with a weakened immune system. And it's a topic some of you have voiced opinions on, including on our Instagram poll. You can participate by following us on Instagram.
The time now is 6:08, 76 degrees out.
Well, just ahead on GMSA, a warning for Airbnb investors why the company is predicting businesses will be slow over the next several months.
And it is Saturday. That means, we're talking pizza today.
I want pizza.
That's right. After the break, new pizza joint in Hondo. Very creative name.
I can't wait. All right, 76 degrees at 6:09 this morning. If you want to head out and get a pizza, Sarah Spivey will have our full forecast when we come back. Max, do you like pizza?
Do I like pizza?
I was just wondering. Well, if you're looking for a new pizza place to try, we have the perfect spot for you guys.
I don't think I've actually had food that I haven't liked. Like, I wouldn't say. What food don't you like?
Yeah.
All right,
There's
we're going to come back to that one. All right, and today's episode of Texas Eats, well, in the preview, David Elder taking us to Hondo.
Hondo?
In Hondo. It's a pizza place. Check it out.
It does. We lovingly call this the Angry. So the Angry sauce is our Serrano-infused sauce. We call it the Angry because sometimes it's only a little angry. Sometimes it's very angry.
It all depends on the day, right?
It depends on the day and depends on how angry I was when I made it.
There you go.
Yeah.
The Angry, we'll give it a try.
A little bit, little.
That's really nice though.
It works.
Nice and spicy. I love the dough, good body to it.
Thank you.
It's an appropriate amount of spice. It's not over the top, and I like that.
Yeah, it's not a tough guy challenge by any stretch, David.
Wow. I had to go in for 2 bites. That was good. Great job, man.
Yeah.
The calzone.
Sure.
Sometimes people make fun of it. They're like, just get a pizza. I like a good calzone though.
Right.
You know?
It's sometimes hard to decide between a calzone and a pizza.
It's true. It's
like,
tough.
oh, which one do I want? How full do I really want to be after this?
All right, favorite pizza topping?
Prosciutto.
Ooh,
Be
fancy.
controversial here, but I love a spicy Hawaiian.
Oh.
Hey, pineapple.
Sriracha and pineapple.
People are coming for you.
Okay, so let's take a look outside. We do have some morning clouds out there, as is typical this time of year. 77 degrees, southeast winds at 5 miles per hour. So it's really a very muggy morning out there, and temperatures shouldn't cool down all that much from where they are at right now. It's 72 in Kerrville, 72 in Hondo, 81 in Del Rio this morning. So already in the 80s in Del Rio, 74 in Gonzales, 72 in New Braunfels, and 70 up in Austin. Now, looking at our future cast, these morning clouds going to give way to sunshine fairly quickly. By about the lunch hour, will be mostly sunny. And then this afternoon, there is only a 10% chance for a stray shower. A lot like yesterday. You know, yesterday in the afternoon, we did have a couple of pop-up showers scattered about, but it really was not widespread coverage at all. So the chance for rain this afternoon, only about 10%. Otherwise, it is going to be hot, a high temperature along the I-35 corridor in the mid to upper 90s, 94 for the high in Kerrville, 95 in Uvalde. Could get up to 100 though in Cotulla and 102 in Del Rio. Again, they're just now starting off in the 80s. 96 for the high in Beeville, 95 in Gonzales. But this is what's going to get you the heat index value. Technically, we have not hit 100 degrees yet this year at the temperature, at the thermometer reading at the airport, but it's going to feel like 100 to 105 this afternoon. Up to 102 in New Braunfels, up to 103 in Pleasanton, up to 105 out in Del Rio, and even 106 for Cotulla and Laredo. So find a way to stay cool. You know, for some kids, it is the last weekend of summer, as many are going to start school on Monday. So today, you'll be able to soak up the sun. It's just going to be very, very hot outside. Humid today as well, mostly sunny at noon, 88 degrees, 95 for that high temperature. There's that 10% chance for a stray shower. That heat index 100 to 105, and east-southeast winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, today, only a 10% chance for rain, but tomorrow in the afternoon, there's a pretty decent chance for showers and storms, some nice thunder showers for those who would like a little bit extra rain. That is a possibility. Looking in the weather pattern, you can see in North Texas, there are some showers, and even in West Texas near El Paso, some storms this morning. These are going to generate outflow boundaries or rain-cooled air, which in turn, further on downstream, will allow for more showers and storms to develop. Now, these are really going to stay up in North Texas for the day today, but as I take you through the future cast, you'll notice that by after midnight, that outflow boundary should be in parts of the hill country. We could even see some showers and storms overnight in the hill country, but by tomorrow morning, it should be fairly quiet around San Antonio. We're not expecting to see rain really in the morning hours, but it is in the afternoon that we'll start to see scattered showers and thunderstorms develop. The chance for rain, 40%, but if you do get a shower or a storm, you could see some heavy downpours, some gusty winds, and even some lightning is possible. We're not anticipating severe weather, but we'll keep you updated. However, if you don't receive rain, you will receive a little bit of a cooler afternoon. High temperatures tomorrow only expected to be in the low 90s. And then we'll see rain come to an end briefly by Sunday evening with a loss of daytime heating. Even on Monday, though, we do have a chance for some showers and storms. Less of a chance on Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday. As I mentioned, we're tracking the tropics. We've got Tropical Depression Fred and Tropical Storm Grace. Tropical Depression Fred is expected to really miss Florida for the most part, other than bringing some rain to Florida, but it'll be moving into the Gulf Coast states by the early part of this upcoming week. Meanwhile, Tropical Storm Grace is expected to have more of an impact on Florida by the end of this upcoming work week. Now, here in San Antonio, we're not going to have any direct impacts from Tropical Depression Fred and Tropical Storm Grace, but we'll keep you updated all throughout Atlantic hurricane season, which lasts through the end of November. For now, though, if you're wishing for some rain, keep your fingers crossed for tomorrow afternoon. Y'all got your fingers crossed.
There you go. All right, 6:18, 76 degrees out.
Well, still ahead, new safety features have been added to TikTok, how it's protecting your teen and getting them a good night's rest.
And online sales for reusable masks have gone up once again. Details on just how much, that's next in your Morning Consumer News. Good morning and welcome back. As the Delta variant spreads and we see more and more people are getting scared of this virus again, sales of those reusable face masks, they are on the rise.
They've been declining in June and July. The Adobe Analytics Digital Economy Index shows mask sales went up 40% in August. That's for the week of August 4th compared to the previous one. At this point, almost everyone in the U.S. lives in a place with high or substantial transmission rates.
And speaking of Delta, Airbnb warning investors the Delta COVID variant could impact its future revenues. The company predicting bookings will be volatile over the next several months. That guidance comes after Airbnb reported earnings. Well, it grew nearly 300% during its second quarter, but the company forecasting even more revenue for its third quarter. The stock actually trading more than 30% below its high in February.
And TikTok is making some changes for its young users. The video app will no longer send push notifications to 13 to 15-year-olds after 9 p.m. 16 to 17-year-olds won't receive them until after 10 p.m. or they won't receive them after 10 p.m. And then teens under 18 years old also now have direct messaging disabled by default and must actively change that setting to receive DMs. Users younger than 16 don't have access to direct messaging at all. TikTok requires users to be at least 13 years old before signing up for an account.
So I'm not on TikTok. I actually sent this to my buddy yesterday. There are 293 million daily users on Snapchat. Oh, I'm not on Snapchat. I don't know why I said TikTok.
Are they on TikTok or Snapchat?
Snapchat. 293 million daily users.
TikTok or Snapchat.
Yeah, clearly I'm behind the age.
All right, it's 6:23 and 76 degrees.
While finding the perfect glass of Texas wine without having to go too far. Coming up after the break, what you need to know for your next staycation.
Well, if you didn't already know, Texas is the second most visited wine region in the U.S., despite being the 5th largest wine producing state.
All right, so there's actually dozens of vineyards and wineries within a reasonable distance from San Antonio.
So right now on KSAT.com, we have all 34 of them listed for you to plan your next mini vacay. That's even better is that they all have great reviews. The article also says how the crops are doing, has a little Texas wine history in there, and the latest alcohol laws out in
our state. There you go. KSAT.com. What's your favorite one?
My favorite winery?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Okay, that's fair. All right, 6:27, 76 degrees out.
Well, risking everything, even their lives for Texas independence, coming up in our next half hour. We are continuing our Tejano Moment series. I'll tell you about that in just a bit.
Plus, finding a solution to migrants being left at the San Antonio International Airport with nowhere to go. Now, who the city is now teaming up with and how they plan to solve this issue. Good morning, welcome back, and happy weekend. 6:31 this Saturday, August 14th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. What have you done for the last couple of days? It's your weekend.
I literally did not leave my house.
Nice.
I wanted to watch Field of Dreams again after I watched the Field of Dreams game.
Mm-hmm. Great game, by the way.
Great game. That movie was a little weird.
Okay, didn't age well?
I guess not. I don't know.
I'm always scared to go back and rewatch movies I loved in the 90s.
It's a little dangerous, 90s movies. Sarah, have you ever watched Field of Dreams, Sarah?
I have. I liked it.
I thought it was weird.
It was great in 1998.
I don't know.
I recently watched Jingle All the Way.
Oh.
Again, that Christmas movie with Arnold.
I like that
What's the
movie.
name?
Great movie.
But I have not rewatched it.
It's definitely weird.
It's a weird time.
Really weird. All right, let's take a look outside. The weather not too weird. It'll be very similar to the last couple of days. 77 degrees out there at the airport. We do have some morning clouds out there too. 73 at GMSA Randolph, 68 at Bernie Stage Airfield, 70 in Tarpley, 72 in Uvalde, 73 in Seguin, and 74 in Gonzales. You know, this weekend for a lot of kids, even though some kids did start school last week, this weekend is the last weekend of summer for some kids. So if you'd like to enjoy some time by the pool, today's a good day to do so. It's going to be hot. Heat index value anywhere from 100 to 105. I will caution you, though, there is a 10% chance for a stray shower or thunder shower this afternoon. So remember, when thunder roars, go indoors. Again, only a 10% chance, though, today. Most of us will not see rain, and it'll simply be hot and humid today. However, tomorrow, there is a chance for afternoon thunder showers locally. So another opportunity to get a little bit of August rain in the rain gauge. And we'll take a check on the tropics. We have both Fred and Grace in the Atlantic that we'll be watching carefully. I'll have a look ahead to all of those things coming up in just a few minutes. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. One woman is dead after being hit by a vehicle. This incident happening overnight.
That's right. Jonathan Cotto has been joining us live throughout the morning with the details. Good morning, Jonathan. What do we know?
Good morning, Maxwell. Busy night for police who responded to a small apartment community located on the city's north side at around 10:15 last night. Let's take a look at what that scene looked like last night. SAPD units lined up and crime scene tape rolled out at this small north side apartment community. Police responding to the scene of 200 Deerwood Drive around late last night. That complex located between Austin Highway and Eisenhower Road. Police say a 70-year-old woman was walking in the parking lot inside of this apartment complex and say a 69-year-old man drove into that apartment complex, hitting the woman with his vehicle. Now, investigators on scene do tell us the woman was pronounced dead at the scene. It's unclear at this moment if that driver was a resident at that apartment community, but we do know he has been taken under custody and will be charged with intoxication manslaughter. Reporting for GMSA, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
There was a good amount. It was like pop, 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 pop. And then there was a delay, and then the second time it was maybe like 4 or 5.
Well, that's what one man says he heard when SAPD officers and a 40-year-old suspect shot at each other yesterday afternoon. The officer injured is, quote, doing okay, recovering in the hospital. However, the suspect accused of shooting him killed. San Antonio police say it started when they received a call for a disturbance with a gun involving 4 men in the 4500 block of Lakewood Drive. That's just west of Loop 410 and north of Highway 87.
We received a call for a disturbance with a gun. There were 4 males who were described as being there. One male threatened another with a gun.
Chief William McManus says the first officer to arrive spotted the man with the gun, who then took off on a bike after seeing the officer. He says as the officer chased the suspect, a second officer responding to the call saw the man nearby on Odessa Drive. When the second officer encountered the suspect with the gun, the suspect shot the officer twice in the lower half of his body, McManus says. The first officer caught up to the man in a nearby parking lot and tried to cut him off. When they encountered each other in a nearby field, the officer shot the man, killing him, according to McManus. Now, we are told the officer who was shot has 1 year on the force. The other officer involved has been with the department for 19 years. No other injuries were reported, and police are not looking for any other suspects.
Well, a Little League girls softball team head coach facing some serious accusations this morning. 48-year-old Tracy Garibay charged with indecency with a child. He's accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a 13-year-old girl who was on the team. Bexar County Sheriff's deputies say during their investigation they found text messages between the suspect and the victim indicating the relationship. Investigators also say they believe there was inappropriate contact. There is a concern that this victim, the 13-year-old, may not be the only one.
And so our fear is that Garibay, because of the position that he held as a softball coach, as a Little League softball coach, there may be other victims out there.
Now, anyone with any information on the suspect is urged to contact the sheriff's office. That number on your screen, 210-335-6070.
Well, a total of 8 horses found starved and dehydrated in Von Ormy. Bexar County deputies say the animals had to be taken to the veterinary hospital in Floresville to be examined. They range in age from 3 to 5 years old. One of the victims even laying flat on the ground due to its condition. Animal control alerted Bexar County deputies to the disturbing discovery. A warrant allowed deputies onto the property, but still no arrests in the case. Investigators say the owner could face animal cruelty felony charges for each of the horses pending the outcome of their examination.
Well, migrants are still arriving at the San Antonio International Airport, and some of them have nowhere else to go. So now the city of San Antonio working on a plan to provide a specific location where these migrants can go and get help for their next destination. Tino Gallegos, the immigration liaison for the city of San Antonio, says this happens because we are the closest large city where people can then get on a bus or get on a flight to go somewhere else across the United States. In response, the city hopes to create a new center, similar to what they had with the Migrant Resource Center back in 2019 in the downtown area when they saw a similar surge of migrants arriving to the Alamo City. But because of COVID, the city says this current space, not the safest option.
So in 2019, it was fine to have a lot of people, sitting close to one another. But really for public health reasons, it would be very difficult to operate in that same space.
Now, the center will operate as the middleman for migrants who don't have transportation out of San Antonio or don't have a sponsor. In the meantime, the city will continue to work closely with local nonprofits, getting the migrants either shelter or getting them on the move to their next location. The city of San Antonio hopes to open the center location by the end of the month. If you'd like to know how to volunteer or any questions you have about the center, we have all that information. Just head to KSAT.com.
In your morning headlines, the first forces of a Marine battalion have arrived in Kabul to stand guard as the U.S. speeds up evacuation flights. This comes as the Taliban is quickly isolating Afghanistan's capital. Pentagon spokesman John Kirby says elements of a battalion are now in Kabul. They are the vanguard of 3 Marine and Army battalions that the U.S. is sending to the city by the end of the weekend for temporary deployment.
Well, millions of American families now seeing that they have received their second round of the child tax credit payments. Now, the Treasury Department reports yesterday's round of direct payments will total more than $15 billion. A recent census survey indicates that this program may already have an impact on reducing food insecurity and child poverty across the country. The Biden administration wants to make the child tax credit permanent through the budget reconciliation process.
Well, more businesses appear to be mandating vaccines for their employees. Job postings that list COVID-19 vaccination as a requirement shot up 34% in the first week of August compared to the month before. According to Indeed.com, an analysis shows the biggest increases in vaccine requirements were in the areas of software development, education, and marketing.
Time now, just about 6:40, 76 degrees out.
Well, school is back in session, and that means kids might need to access the internet from home, but monthly internet costs can be pricey. Still ahead, the new federal program that could give your wallet some relief.
And learning about Tejano's first attempt at Texas freedom. That's next in the second part of our Tejano Moments series.
76 degrees, 6:40 this morning, looking like a beautiful Saturday morning. Sarah Spivey will have our full weekend forecast when we come back. In our last part of our Tejano Moment series, we introduced you to Colonel Francisco Ruiz and how he was involved with the city of San Antonio.
That's right. So now we're hearing how he and many others literally risked everything, even their lives, for Texas independence. GMSA producer Rosalind Jimenez explains.
Although Tejanos had their own capital, Spain still ruled over them with an absolute monarchy. But in 1810, after Father Hidalgo's cry for independence, Tejanos joined the first attempts at freedom, including Colonel Francisco Ruiz.
He gathers his family, his immediate family and extended family, and they start to head east. The Redondo forces are hot pursuit. They're going to kill him.
Local historian Rudy Rodriguez says Tejanos stopped supporting the royalist cause and supported local government instead.
Colonel Ruiz receives his first commission as a first lieutenant in the Compañías Volantes that are here in San Antonio.
Ruiz would later become second in command. Then in 1813, an army known as the Army of the North attacked at Nacogdoches. This inspired other Tejanos to fight back, succeeding in Victoria, Gonzales, and then San Antonio. After their victory, the first constitutional government was created, and Texas became independent and free. But in August of the same year, a Spanish army began attacking San Antonio too.
There's leading officers who are lost in battle. There's a conflict among military leaders. He fills a vacuum, and he receives a commission of lieutenant colonel. So he's actually in charge at the Battle of Medina and the retreat from there as well.
Sadly, over 1,000 lives were lost in the army made up of American filibusters, Tejanos, and natives. And with a free Texas came other consequences. The Ruiz family, along with many other families, were forced to flee for their lives.
They do succeed in capturing some of them, and they are executed. Many of them are successful in crossing into the Louisiana border, and they literally save their lives because of that.
Several years later, in 1821, the Republic of Mexico was finally created, and Ruiz and other Tejanos were able to return to their homes. Rosalyn Jimenez, KSAT 12 News.
Well, tomorrow on GMSA, we're wrapping up this segment with the difficult choices that Ruiz was forced to make and what led him becoming part of an execution list in Mexico.
All right, well, time now is 6:46. 6:46, yeah, I can see that, right? 76 degrees out, Sarah Spivey. It's going to get hotter, though?
Yeah, it's going to get a lot hotter. This afternoon, we'll have heat index values anywhere from 100 to 105. So, yeah, it's going to be toasty. We're also in the throes of the Atlantic hurricane season, and things are starting to ramp up. We've got Tropical Depression Fred just in northern Cuba, and then Tropical Storm Grace in the open Atlantic to the east of the Lesser Antilles. Now, Tropical Depression Fred is expected to widely miss Florida for a direct hit, but it is expected to bring a lot of rain to Florida and potentially moving into the Florida Panhandle by Monday in the morning hours before falling apart over the Appalachian Mountains. Meanwhile, on the tails of Fred, we have Tropical Storm Grace, which is expected to maintain its tropical storm strength, move across Hispaniola to the north of Cuba, and potentially having a more direct impact to southern Florida by Thursday morning. We'll keep you updated. Again, we're in the middle of Atlantic hurricane season. Neither Fred nor Grace are going to have direct impacts to Texas, but we'll keep you updated. Now, looking at today's forecast, we have clouds out there this morning, but we're quickly going to see those clouds clear, and it's going to be a sunny and hot day. High temperatures should top off right in the mid-90s, but that's going to feel more like 100 to 105. We won't really have much of a breeze either, only east-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Notice, though, that I did put a 10% chance for a stray shower. That is entirely possible, a lot like yesterday and the day before. In the afternoon hours, we might just have one or two pop-up stray showers across a good portion of south central Texas. So the chance for rain in your backyard is only 10%. However, tomorrow in the afternoon hours, there's a much better chance for rain for a lot of folks out there. For now, though, today's going to be a hot day, as I just mentioned. High temperature 95 in New Braunfels, 95 in Pleasanton, up to 102 in Del Rio. But the heat index value, anywhere from 100 to 105. It could feel up to 102 in New Braunfels during the peak head of the day, as well as in San Antonio, 103 in Gonzales, and feeling like 105 in Del Rio. Outside right now, there's those morning clouds, but you can see the sun is rising. 77 degrees. It feels like 78. Southeast winds at 5 miles per hour, and it's 72 in Kerrville. 81 already. 81 in Del Rio. 76 in Cotulla, and 74 in Gonzales. A wider view here, and temperatures are actually comfortable in the 60s in Amarillo and in Lubbock. Now in North Texas right now, there are areas of rain. You can see all the way from Lubbock to the Red River, some areas of showers and even some storms later on this afternoon. Now these are going to generate outflow boundaries, which is going to bring us our chance for rain tomorrow afternoon in San Antonio. Meanwhile, let me take you through the futurecast. Those outflow boundaries should be in the hill country in the overnight hours, so a small chance for rain overnight for Kerrville, Rock Springs, Fredericksburg, and Austin. And then that outflow boundary will be making it to San Antonio in the afternoon. So for most of the morning tomorrow, it should be quiet, 76 degrees tomorrow morning. But then in the afternoon, notice how there's going to be scattered showers and storms in the area. Not everybody will see rain, 40% chance, but those that do see rain could get heavy downpours, gusty winds, and some lightning strikes. No severe weather, though, is expected in San Antonio tomorrow in the afternoon hours. And it won't be a washout. Again, the morning should be quiet. Afternoon, we'll see scattered rain. Some folks, unfortunately, will miss out. And we're going to have a 30% chance on Monday as well to see some afternoon showers and storms. Other than that, typical August weather, highs in the 90s, and it feeling like 100 to 105. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, it's 6:50 and 76 degrees.
Between work and school, we use the internet a lot, and access has become a necessity. So if your monthly bill is a little bit too much for your wallet, there is a program that can actually offer some financial relief. Details next.
Before we head to break, here's a look at your Lotto numbers. Pick 3, 7, 8, 9, Fireball 3, Daily 4, 7, 8, 4, 1, Fireball 0.
Cash 5, 4, 11, 14, 18, 19. And Mega Millions 17, 21, 35, 40, 53, big number 11. Megaplier 2. That Mega Millions jackpot, $242 million.
No one won, and tonight's Powerball up to $258 million.
Nowadays, the internet isn't a luxury, it's necessity, especially true for kids thrown into remote learning. Like a lot of school superintendents across the country, Ray Sanchez said he was humbled to find out that 15% of families in his New York district didn't have broadband at home.
So that's a significant number when you have 5,100 students.
Now there is help because 64% of the families in Sanchez's district qualify for the federal free or reduced price lunch program. That also means they're eligible for the new emergency broadband benefit program.
I anticipate many families being able to benefit from what's been offered.
The program means a monthly discount of up to $50 off the internet bill. Who else is eligible? Those who lost their job or been furloughed, have an income less than or equal to 135% of the federal poverty line, use programs like SNAP, Medicaid, or Lifeline, or now receive a Pell Grant. Those who qualify can also get a one-time discount of up to $100 on a laptop, desktop, or tablet. The first stop is to check the FCC website to see if your internet provider participates. You can apply through your provider or online at getemergencybroadband.org. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
It's 6:55 and 76 degrees.
Now let's take a live look out at the roadways. Oh, pretty empty right there, 410 WW White. There's 410 at Crossroads. A couple people out and about. If you do plan to leave the house today, make sure to bring some water. It's going to be a hot one.
One woman dead after being hit by a vehicle. This incident happening overnight. Good morning. I'm Jonathan Cotto. SAPD units lined up and crime scene tape rolled out at this small Northside apartment community. Police responding to the scene of 200 Deerwood Drive around 10:15 last night. That complex located between Austin Highway and Eisenhower Road. Police say a 7-year-old woman was walking in the parking lot inside of this apartment complex and say a 69-year-old man drove into that apartment complex, hitting the woman with his vehicle. Investigators on scene tell us the woman suffered some pretty bad injuries. They say she was pronounced dead at the scene. It's unclear at this time if the driver lived at that apartment complex, but we do know that the driver has been taken into custody and is being charged with intoxication manslaughter. Reporting, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Outside right now, 77 degrees and mostly cloudy. Winds are generally light at the moment, and they're going to stay light today. East-southeast at about 5 miles per hour. It will become mostly sunny with a heat index of 100 to 105. Now, there is a 10% chance for a stray shower out there. Temperatures right now generally in the 70s. Now, tomorrow in the afternoon, that's when we have a good chance for some showers and storms in the area. 40% chance for scattered rain.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, coming up in our 8 o'clock hour, Sarah Spivey will be breaking down that massive climate change report and the biggest takeaways from it.
See you back here, 8 o'clock.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
An elementary school in the Northeast side, Northeast ISD, seeing a rise in COVID cases with students and faculty. What the superintendent now saying about the positive cases and what could possibly happen if they don't go away.
Taking a look outside with live cam. Sun is up, 77 degrees at 8 o'clock this morning. Sarah Spivey calling the forecast a mixed bag of weather. She'll explain in just a bit.
Good morning. It is 8 o'clock this side. I'm throwing papers around. We're having a good start to the morning. It is August 14th. Thank you so much for starting your morning and your weekend with us. How the last couple of days off?
Made a lot of salsa. I brought Max salsa.
You say you made a lot of salsa.
Well,
what describes a lot?
I mean big pickle jars full of salsa.
I appreciate
and
the
I have,
recyclability of those.
Yeah, and I have a lot of peppers because Sarah, my plants have really appreciated all the rain we got in the last month or so, and now the result of that is a plethora of peppers.
I like
and
that.
salsa.
I think you just found out the name for your salsa, plethora of peppers.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, we're starting off fun and chipper this morning, aren't we? We are seeing plenty of sunshine out there right now through some morning clouds. But yeah, we have had a decent amount of rain in July and August, and this weekend we've got a shot at rain too. Now, not necessarily today, but let's take a look outside with the live cam, and you can see the beautiful sun shining through those clouds this morning. It's 79 degrees. We've got south winds at about 5 miles per hour, so not too breezy, in fact, out there. And we already have a heat index. It already feels like 82. Now, outside, actually kind of comfortable in comfort. Pun intended. 68 degrees in comfort right now. Bernie Stage at 70, 77 in Castroville, 78 Simpson and Pleasanton, 72 in Seguin, and 76 in New Braunfels. Today's forecast calls for sun, mostly sunny skies. Right around noon, we'll be at 88 degrees. In the afternoon, 95 for the high temperature, but that 95 is going to feel more like 100 to 105. And there is a 10% chance for a stray shower today. A lot like the last couple of days, we've seen a couple of very widely isolated showers out there in the afternoon hours. That's going to be the case today as well, but tomorrow, much better chance for rain. 40% chance for scattered afternoon showers and storms coming up in the forecast. I'll detail that for you. And of course, we'll talk about the tropics. We've got Fred and Grace out in the Atlantic. More on that coming up in just a bit. Max, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, an overnight crash ends with one woman dead and the suspected driver now with custody. So take a look. This all happened in the 200 block of a Deerwood Drive just after 10 last night. Police tell us a 69-year-old man was driving in the parking lot of the apartment complex. That's when he hit the 70-year-old woman who was walking by the entrance to that complex. That woman who was hit, pronounced dead on the scene. The driver taken into custody for DWI, now facing intoxication manslaughter charges.
Well, cases of the coronavirus continue to rise here in Bexar County. The 7-day average is at almost 1,400 cases. That's a 5% increase since Thursday. City health officials say hospitalizations also continue to rise. Nearly 1,300 COVID-19 patients are in local hospitals. 333 are in the ICU, and 214 patients are in ventilators. 64% of our community is fully vaccinated.
And speaking of the pandemic, Castle Hills Elementary in Northeast ISD reporting a big rise in COVID cases. The school now has 18 confirmed student cases and 4 cases among their staff members. Northeast ISD Superintendent Dr. Sean Micah says many of those cases are because of close contact at the school. In a video to parents yesterday, the superintendent strongly recommended the use of face masks in order to reduce the number of COVID infections on campus. And he says if this spread continues, any ISD may be forced to close their schools.
Well, the Fourth Court of Appeals is upholding the mask mandate through Monday morning. This comes after Governor Greg Abbott and Attorney General Ken Paxton tried to reverse Bexar County judge's temporary restraining order. In a statement, Governor Abbott said mask mandates, quote, shatters the ability for Texas to carry out a uniform response to the COVID-19 pandemic, end quote. The governor and attorney general will now likely appeal to the Texas Supreme Court. Meanwhile, Mayor Ron Nirenberg reacted to the ruling on social media, saying, part and quote, there are still some long days ahead, but I'm encouraged that the law continues to be on the side of students, teachers, and public health, end quote. On Monday, a judge will decide if that mask mandate will be allowed to extend past the deadline.
And the recent surge in COVID cases not only putting a stress on our local hospitals, but also that hospital staff. Some of the stress comes from families and patients frustrated about limited visitation, longer wait times, and the mask policies in our hospitals. Some are even taking it out on healthcare workers, making threats. Jane McCurley, the chief nursing executive at Methodist Healthcare, well, she shared their experience, saying the staff emotionally, physically, and spiritually drained.
Our staff have been cursed at, screamed at, threatened with bodily harm, and even had knives pulled on them. We've had to increase our security and actually called on our SAPD for very disruptive cases.
Now, one big issue staff members are dealing with throughout local hospitals, visitors not wanting to wear masks.
Well, happening today, a Silver Rose will make a pilgrimage through San Antonio. Silver Roses honor Our Lady of Guadalupe and are brought along routes across Canada, the U.S., and Mexico. The pilgrimage will arrive at San Juan de los Lagos Catholic Church this morning, and tomorrow parishioners will be able to view the Silver Rose during masses. The bouquet of Silver Roses is housed at the Basilica of the Guadalupe in Mexico City. The trip is to remember the legend or miracle of Our Lady of Guadalupe appearing to Juan Diego in the 1500s and Mary's promise of aid.
Time now, 8:06, 77 degrees out.
Well, it makes more than good grades to be a leader still ahead. We'll tell you about some skills that can turn your child's potential into performance.
And it's one of the best weeks of the year. Do you go to restaurants a lot?
I get takeout a lot.
Oh, okay. There you go. So if you enjoy going to restaurants, we have a special week to tell you about. When does it start? We're going to break it all down for you next.
And will the weather play nice if you want to go
beautiful.
out and about? It is beautiful out there, 77 degrees at 8:06 this morning. Sarah Spivey will have our Saturday forecast when we come back.
Good morning, welcome back, and a happy Saturday. Dozens of San Antonio restaurants participating in this year's Culinaria Restaurant Weeks.
So if you love to eat out, make sure you make reservations because Restaurant Weeks
with an S, remember the S.
Start today. Restaurant Weeks is a 14-day celebration of local dining scene. Participating restaurants offer multi-course menus for lunch and dinner at much lower prices.
That's right, but if you do want to dine in, well, the reservations are encouraged. Restaurant Weeks runs through August 28th. For a full list of participating restaurants and their menu options, visit culinariasa.org. We took part last year. I remember it was a big push because obviously a lot of our local restaurants and small businesses were hurting. So this time of year, Restaurant Weeks, Culinaria Restaurant Weeks, it really helps out.
And shout out to a lot of our local restaurants. They have done a lot to make people feel safe. Making outdoor spaces, which I love seeing that evolve, and I love sitting outside. Usually you can bring your dog with you.
That's true. Well, speaking of sitting outside today, Sarah Spivey, good day to do that?
Well, find some shade if you decide to sit outside.
Some misters.
Or get those misters because, it is going to be a very hot one for us. Even though technically we're not going to be at 100 degrees, it's going to feel like 100 outside because of the high humidity. So let's take a look out there with live cam, a beautiful shot that we've been admiring this morning of the sun rising off in the distance there. We do have some clouds outside right now. It's 79 degrees and winds are generally on the calmer side from the south at about 5 miles per hour. Now, meanwhile, it's 73 in Kerrville, 72 in Rock Springs, already 80 degrees in Del Rio. It's going to be a hot day when you start off at 80, and that's the case in Del Rio and Valverde County. 78 in Pleasanton, 76 in Gonzales, and 76 in New Braunfels. Now, in the future cast, these morning clouds that are out there are going to give way to mostly sunny skies, much like the last couple of days. We could see one or two stray showers peppering the radar all across south central Texas. So the chance for rain, while it's there today, it's not a good chance, only 10% for your backyard. But this afternoon is going to be hot, 100% chance for the heat. 95 degrees in San Antonio for the high, 95 in New Braunfels, 95 in Hondo, 94 in Kerrville, up to 102 in Del Rio and 100 in Laredo. Again, we still have yet to technically hit 100 degrees at the airport, but this is what it's going to feel like outside today. 100 to 105, feeling like 105 in Del Rio, 102 in New Braunfels, 103 in Gonzales, 100 in Hondo, and 102 in San Antonio. So find a way to stay cool, maybe dip into the pool or make sure to find some shade. So today, 80 at 10, 88 at noon, mostly sunny at noon, and then 95 for that afternoon high. That's when in the afternoon between about 3 to 8, we're going to have only a 10% chance for a stray shower. That heat index, though, 100 to 105, east-southeast winds only at 5 miles per hour. Now, in the weather pattern, there are some showers and storms in North Texas, right from areas in Lubbock all the way to the Red River. And these are going to strengthen a bit today, and they're going to produce some outflow boundaries or rain-cooled air. And so further downstream, we're going to see some thunderstorms develop. By tomorrow, well, tonight into the overnight hours, that outflow boundary will be in the hill country. So overnight, there is a small chance for rain for Rock Springs, Kerrville, and Austin area. But here in San Antonio, we're going to have to wait until tomorrow afternoon to see a decent rain chance. Starting off the day tomorrow for your Sunday at 76 degrees with mostly cloudy. But then watch what happens as we head into the afternoon hours. Scattered showers and storms will develop. Now, it is not going to rain everywhere. The afternoon rain chance is about 40%. But where it does rain, there could be some healthy downpours in spots from parts in Edwards County all the way out to the east, and those will come with some lightning strikes as well. We are not expecting severe weather, but even if you don't receive the rain, temperatures tomorrow in the afternoon should be a little cooler than they have been the last couple days. Still toasty with highs in the low 90s. And then we'll see a chance for rain as well on Monday, just not as great of a chance by tomorrow afternoon. And then we'll be back to a pretty usual August forecast for next week. Now, the tropics are starting to heat up. We've got Tropical Depression Fred in Cuba, or just to the north of Cuba, and Tropical Storm Grace developed overnight just to the east of the Lesser Antilles. Tropical Depression Fred is expected to bring rain to Florida, but no direct impacts to a lot of Florida, except for the Florida Panhandle by Monday and into Wednesday. That's going to be moving over the Appalachian Mountains. Meanwhile, Tropical Storm Grace is expected to have more of an impact likely for southern Florida by the middle of this upcoming week, middle to end of this upcoming week. No direct effects in San Antonio from Fred or Grace. However, we're going to keep on monitoring the tropics. All Atlantic hurricane season lasts all the way through the end of November. Our temperatures, though, this week are going to be nice and toasty. Keep your fingers crossed for that rain tomorrow afternoon if you'd like to add some more August rain to the rain bucket. Sarah and Matt.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 8:15, 78 degrees now.
Well, a new climate report reveals the Earth is warming rapidly and humans are the cause due to the release of greenhouse gases. In our next half hour, Sarah Spivey joining us to talk about this report and what it means for us.
And one woman is changing the classroom, adding success skills to the curriculum. Just ahead, what your child needs to learn in the 21st century.
Take a look at these Lotto numbers. Pick 3, 7, 8, 9, Fireball 3, Daily 4, 7, 8, 4, 1, Fireball 0.
And your cash 5, 4, 11, 14, 18, 19. There we go. The big one, Mega Millions, 17, 21, 35, 40, 53, 11. Mega Plier 2. Good luck. We'll be right back.
Well, it takes more than good grades to make a good leader. In fact, budget cuts and rigorous testing prohibits most schools from developing what some say are soft skills like communication and negotiation.
That's right. But now one woman is changing their curriculum and changing lives, making sure children today learn success skills. Now, these are the skills that can turn your child's potential into performance. Stephanie Serna explains.
Teamwork, trust, problem solving, and a dose of healthy competition. It looks like fun, but these kids are learning some important skills.
We are providing our young people with the skills that they really need to be successful in that 21st century.
Flo Brett spent decades teaching leadership skills in the corporate world. She says that she saw a desperate need to teach these skills even earlier.
We're providing skill sets to students that unfortunately they're not getting these skill sets in traditional education.
Flo started the Effective Leadership Academy, teaching students starting in the 5th grade.
You need to be an effective communicator. You need to be an effective collaborator. You need to critically think.
Being able to negotiate, being able to see both sides of a situation and understand how you can work with someone.
I learned that you need to be able to make sure that you have a voice, and to have confidence in that voice, you need to be an active listener and learner.
Flo says these skills are especially important for young women. Across the U.S., women hold just 21% of senior leadership positions.
In society today, we don't necessarily get all of the recognition we deserve, so taking a leadership program will be definitely helpful in the future.
Imagine in 10, 15, 20 years' time, how many strong leaders we're going to have out there with the right skills. Everyone has the potential. They just have to want it, and they have to learn it, and they have to develop as an individual.
Stephanie Cerna, KSAT 12 News.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right, 821, 78 degrees out.
Well, next on GMSA, we're talking barbecue.
Ooh.
David Elder has a preview. Well, there's also crawfish in there. It all looks good. We have a preview of Texas Eats coming up.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. Saturday, what does that mean?
What does it mean, Max?
It means we have a brand new episode of Texas Eats.
So today, David Elder takes us inside BB's. It's Tex Orleans
Sure.
in Houston. Yeah.
Take a look.
This is what everybody wants.
That's it.
That's the crawfish boiled.
Yeah.
Now, is this a recipe that you grew up with, or how did you get going into all this food?
I grew up eating crawfish on Good Fridays in Central Texas, and then in Louisiana during the season. But my dad had an annual Good Friday crawfish bowl. We're the only people that were doing crawfish back in the days.
Everybody was cooking it up.
That's it, man.
So you got some of these recipes from your family. Have you evolved any of this into what it is today?
Yeah, this recipe here is from my chef and I, just kind of playing around in the lab, and we developed it about 10 years ago. Our crawfish is a 3-step process. We get a lot of seasoning from the boil water. We have a dry spice we hit it with, then we have a really nice wet sauce we hit it with, and we just mix it all in really good together. We're really big on our add-ons. We have like 20 different add-ons.
I got a little twist action on there. Now you got to go for the head.
You got to.
Thoughts? Yay or nay?
I love crawfish.
There you go. We got to get Texas Eats on your new salsa. We named it Plethora of Peppers.
There you go.
I like it. I get 10% branding rights. 826, 78 degrees out.
Well, a new Department of Homeland Security terror bulletin warns of the possibility for violence surrounding upcoming religious holidays. We'll explain next.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy weekend. Just about 8:30 this morning, Saturday, August 14th. Thank you so much for joining us. I can't believe so many of the kiddos headed back to school in just 2 days.
I know. NEISD is a big one starting on Monday as
Same
well.
thing with Southside as well. We got a bunch of districts starting.
And we'll be covering all of that, following this week on GMSA. But Sarah, the weather for some students' final weekend of summer, is it going to be a traditional summer weekend?
In some ways it is. The heat and humidity, right? We're going to be stuck with that pretty much today. Tomorrow's going to be hot too, but tomorrow we are going to have a chance for scattered showers and storms in the afternoon. And hey, you won't ever see me complaining about a chance for rain in August, but we've got a lot to talk about in the forecast. First, I want to set you up and show you outside. You can see very clearly the puffy cumulus clouds out there and the sun shining through. It is 79 degrees at the airport right now. That's up from our morning low, about 76, 77 degrees. 80 already in Stinson. It's 75 at Port SA, 78 in New Braunfels, 74 in Kerrville, 74 in Bandera. Cool spot on the map is Comfort right now, where it's 70 degrees. It's 79 in Pleasanton and 71 in Los Maples. So again, as Sarah was mentioning, some kids, it's their last weekend of summer. If you want to head to the pool today, it'll be a good pool day. Mostly sunny at noon and 88 degrees. Heat index in the afternoon 100 to 105. So definitely hot. There is a 10% chance for a stray shower today. A lot like the last couple of days, there's been 1 or 2 very isolated showers on the radar in the afternoon. So that's something to know about today. Hot and humid, but tomorrow afternoon, a good chance for some scattered showers and storms. We'll talk about that in the forecast and, of course, check in on the tropics. We have both Tropical Depression Fred and Tropical Storm Grace in the Atlantic to chat about. Max, Sarah?
Thank you, Sarah. If you are about to head out and about, head out the door, there are some big road closures that you need to be aware of. So road crews will be hard to miss, actually, on Highway 281 throughout the weekend. There's actually going to be alternating main lane closures, both the north and southbound lanes between Loop 1604 and Stone Oak/TPC Parkway. The closure in effect from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. tomorrow. Now on 281 at Bassey Road, only one northbound lane will be open from 9:30 p.m. Sunday night until 5 a.m. on Thursday. Also starting Sunday night, there will be closures on I-10 between UTSA Boulevard and 1604 because of stripping operations. For a complete list of lane closures, you can visit TxDOT San Antonio District's blog.
Well, new this morning, police are trying to figure out who shot a man on the city's north side overnight. It happened at 2 a.m. in Pearl Court and Blanco Road. Police tell us the man told officers he was driving on I-10 when a vehicle drove up beside him and started shooting at him, striking him in the leg. Officers say the man drove to his home and called police. He was taken to University Hospital and is expected to be okay. At this moment, police say they do not have a description of the suspect.
Your morning headlines: the first U.S. Marines arriving in Kabul to evacuate the embassy as the Taliban, well, they close in on the capital.
ABC's Alex Brachet with reaction to the Taliban's gains.
President Biden was briefed on what's being called a drawdown of the civilian footprint in Afghanistan before leaving the White House on Friday. His administration is insisting that this is not abandonment, that this is not an evacuation. But you juxtapose that with these 3,000 troops, the bulk of which the Pentagon says will be in place by the end of the weekend. And then here at home, the Department of Homeland Security issued a new bulletin warning the 20th anniversary of 9/11 could inspire terrorists. The bulletin also warns that domestic violent extremists have targeted religious holidays. Responses on Capitol Hill to Biden's actions in Afghanistan split along party lines. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is urging the administration to reconsider its strategy and use airstrikes to keep Kabul from falling. Democrats like Senator Chris Murphy have called Biden's actions a necessary decision. What is bipartisan? Concerns for Afghan partners who've risked their lives helping U.S. efforts. A group of 15 senators urging the Secretary of State to expand the special immigrant visa program to include certain government contractors, judges, journalists, scholars, and human rights advocates, because right now it's only for Afghan interpreters, guides, and their families. And also, we're hearing from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. She's asking for an all-members briefing on Afghanistan when her chamber returns from recess the week of August 23rd.
And that was Alex Brachet reporting. And according to an internal notice obtained by ABC News, U.S. Embassy personnel have been instructed to use special burn bins and incinerators to destroy documents and electronic devices, including items with embassy logos and American flags in case of emergency.
Now, the latest on the pandemic and the vaccine, CVS pharmacies will start giving a third dose of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines to immunocompromised people starting today. The drugstore chain said people will be able to schedule vaccination appointments. Just head to CVS.com starting this morning. A spokesperson says people will be required to show eligibility during the scheduling process and when they get that third dose.
Well, Live Nation announcing it will require proof of COVID-19 vaccination or a negative test for all performers and concert goers beginning next month. Live Nation president and CEO says vaccines are going to be your ticket to shows starting October 4th. He says they're following the model they developed for Lollapalooza for all venues and festivals possible. This comes after AEG Presents' decision to require proof of vaccination for all concert goers and staff members.
Well, as we've been talking about through the morning, a lot of kids in our area starting school on Monday. So if you're still in need of school supplies or you want to look cool before the first day of school, don't worry. Still a chance to get your school supplies today. Mix Fit SA hosting a free Cool for School event on the South Side. They're going to be giving away around 250 stuffed backpacks and free haircuts for kids. Now, vaccinations and COVID testing also available at the site. If you have some extra supplies you'd like to donate, there will be a donation and collection site. This is all happening today, starting at 1 p.m. It goes until 4 p.m. Mix Fit SA, located 2655 Flight Nurse. That is right off Dave Irwin Drive. So to all those families, all those kids out there, good luck. Have a great school year.
That's exciting.
It is exciting. All right, time now, 8:36, 79 degrees out.
Well, first responders can be at the scene for sometimes hours with no break in sight. Still ahead on GMSA at 9, we introduce you to a local nonprofit that wants to help them in those situations.
And the Texas State Fair announcing the top 10 dishes that'll be competing at the fair's 17th annual Big Tex Choice Awards. We're going to explain some of them next. Have you gone through the list?
No.
We went through it on the 9 a.m. when they first got released. They're like really extensive foods.
I mean, you have to be. One year it was fried butter.
Yes, that's just impressive.
Impressive. Will the weather be impressive? Sarah Spivey will let you know when we come back.
All right, good morning and welcome back. Texas State Fair announcing Big Tex Choice Award finalists this week.
Well, so 10 finalists will be competing in 3 taste categories. They're Best Taste Savory, Best Taste Sweet, and Most Creative. So the State Fair is well known for its creative and crazy food creations. In the savory category, there is crispy, crazy corn, deep fried I-35, which Max will explain in just a bit.
I got it in a second. I'm ready.
And deep fried seafood, gumbo balls, lucky duck dumpling, and pork shots.
All right, so wow, that's a lot. Before we get to anything, the deep fried I-35, fried kolache dough topped with smoked brisket and drizzled with peach juice combined with Dr. Pepper.
That was just it. We just had it on the
There
screen.
you go. Does that not sound appetizing? So there we go. The armadillo brisket brittle, deep fried Halloween. We looked this one up too.
Yeah, that's right there.
There it is. Fernie's fried toffee coffee crunch cake. Say that 10 times fast. And Texas pumpkin pokey cake. There you go. Texas pumpkin pokey cake. There we go. They can all be found in the sweet category. The winner of each category set to be announced August 29th. We have the entire list right now on KSAT.com. So Sarah Spivey, what caught your eye?
You know, that I-35, deep fried I-35 sounds pretty good. And it makes sense, right? Because you get the kolaches, because you go up and down I-35. West Texas has great kolaches.
West is the best.
Yep. And then you get the peach stands there along 35.
Oh, yeah.
And the brisket from barbecue joints.
Just dump it all in and fry it.
That looks great. I love the Texas State Fair. I haven't been for a few years, but one year I did a lot of fried food. And I did not regret it.
No regrets.
All right, let's talk about the tropics first because those are starting to really heat up. You know, we do have Tropical Depression Fred just to the north of Cuba and Tropical Storm Grace just to the east of the Lesser Antilles. Both have sustained winds of 35 miles per hour right now. It's just that Grace is a little bit more organized than Fred. But Tropical Depression Fred is expected to actually strengthen in the Gulf of Mexico, bringing rainfall to parts of Florida and making landfall potentially along the Florida Panhandle by Monday morning before falling apart over the Appalachian Mountains. Meanwhile, Tropical Storm Grace is expected to move across a very similar path that Fred moved through in terms of Hispaniola, but eventually making its way to parts of southern Florida by the end of this upcoming week. So both Fred and Grace are not going to impact our weather directly in San Antonio, but we are still going to be monitoring them. And of course, we're just starting to see tropical storm season ramp up here and hurricane season ramp up here. It lasts until the end of November. Meanwhile, today is going to be a hot day. We've got morning clouds out there, but even by noon, we'll be at 88. In the afternoon, we'll be in the low to mid 90s for the high temperature, but that 95 is going to feel more like 100 to 105. And yes, there is a very small 10% chance for a stray shower today. I'll take you through the futurecast and you can see what I mean. Odds are it is not going to rain at your house, right? But there is a 10% chance for a stray shower, a lot like the last couple of days during the afternoon hours. And again, it's just mainly going to be a hot and humid day, up to 102 for the high in Del Rio. Low to mid 90s in the hill country, mid to upper 90s along 35. Out toward New Braunfels, it should be 95 degrees, 95 in Pleasanton, 100 though in Cotulla, and 100 in Laredo. The heat index though is what's going to get you today. It's going to feel like 100 to 105 out there, up to 102 in New Braunfels, 103 in Pleasanton, 106 potentially in Cotulla and Laredo. Pardon me. Right now outside, you can see that we do have those morning clouds. It's mostly cloudy and 79 degrees, but the sun is shining through and we're quickly going to see those skies clear. 80 already in Del Rio to start the day, 73 in Rock Springs, 78 in Cotulla, 80 in Beeville, and 78 in Gonzales. A wider view here, and it's actually comfortable in the Panhandle. It's in the low to mid 60s in the Panhandle this morning. There are some showers across parts of the Panhandle and up to the Red River, and these are going to strengthen throughout the day and become thunderstorms. These thunderstorms will then in turn release outflow boundaries, which will allow for showers and thunderstorms to develop across central Texas, and eventually we're going to see the outflow boundary in the Hill Country in the overnight hours tonight. So there is a small chance in the overnight hours for some showers in the Hill Country, but here in San Antonio, we're going to start off the day tomorrow at 76 degrees without much rain in the area. But in the afternoon, scattered showers and thunderstorms will develop. The chance for rain is about 40%. Now, it's not going to rain everywhere, but where it does rain, we could see heavy downpours, gusty winds, and even some lightning. However, no severe weather is expected. So here's tomorrow's forecast. Even if you don't get the rain in the afternoon, that 93 is going to be a lot cooler because of the rain-cooled air in the area, and we'll have east-northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Again, if you're going to be on the lookout for rain, look out in the afternoon for rainfall tomorrow. Let's hope we get that rain. There is a chance for rain on Monday as well, just not as great of a chance. And then only isolated rain Tuesday and Wednesday, but it'll generally be a hot and humid week next week. Sarah and Max.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 846, 79 degrees out.
Well, a new climate report reveals the Earth is warming faster. Next on GMSA, our Sarah Spivey is back to break it all down and talk about what this means for our future.
All right, before we go to break, though, a quick look at the roadways. All right, it is 8:46 this morning. People out and about, enjoying the weekend, trying to get out, trying to beat the heat. If you do have a weekend plans for this Saturday morning, make sure to drive safe, be smart, and because of the hot weather, bring some water. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We've been talking about a big report that was released earlier this week. So the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change releasing its 6th assessment report since the group's founding back in the 1980s.
So the 3,500-page document made public on Monday is the first report since 2014 by the IPCC, United Nations. This is a massive report packed with so much information. It's why our meteorologist Sarah Spivey is joining us this morning to help us break down this report. Now, Sarah, you did a great job earlier this week kind of watering it down and making it very easy to understand. So what have we been hearing about climate change for years? One of the things is that what kind of scientific authority does the IPCC have?
Yeah, so the IPCC is the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, like what Max just said. It's a part of the United Nations. It is made up of 230 plus scientists from over 60 different countries, one of those countries being the United States. Now, the IPCC's 6th report on climate change, this is its first one since 2014, and its 6th assessment since the late 80s.
All right, now, as Sarah was saying, thousands of pages long. There's so much to go through, so much to break down. So what was your biggest takeaway?
Well, one of the biggest takeaways that we've seen is that in this report, scientists are taking a more serious tone. Their findings state that the globe will likely be above a 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold before 2040. That's earlier than was earlier anticipated. The 1.5 degrees is the tipping point to see more serious impacts from a warming climate. That's what these scientists state. The impacts include rising sea level, more intense hurricanes, and longer periods of drought. Also in this report, these scientists unequivocally state that the Earth is warming because of mankind's release of greenhouse gases. They also state for the first time that single weather events such as drought can be directly linked to climate change. This means that even though these events may have occurred regardless of climate change, the intensity of the events can be directly attributed to climate change.
This is a lot to take in. It can be a lot of doom and gloom. So lastly, is there any hope that comes from this report, Sarah?
Well, again, as I mentioned, the scientists are very serious in this report, but there is a little good news. These scientists say that it is not too late to stop major impacts from climate change, but, and this is a big one, it is almost too late. They say that unless every nation, including the top 3 greenhouse gas emitters, that's China, the US, and India, unless every nation reduces carbon emissions significantly in the next 2 decades, the Earth will see major impacts from climate change. Now, of course, guys, this is easier said than done, because in Texas, we need solutions that benefit us economically, and we largely depend on our oil and gas producers. By the way, the scientists don't make any policy change suggestions. They just present the science and potential impacts if we don't regulate those greenhouse gas emissions.
And quickly before we go, Sarah, have you seen any weather impacts locally?
Yeah, so we actually have had the new climate normals released for the past 10 years. Our average high temperature has gone up a little bit, and it's actually drier too. We don't receive as much precipitation in a year, but that comes with a caveat. We do see longer periods of drought and heavier rainfall events, all right? So that means that potentially we could be looking at more flooding impacts, and on top of that, having a larger drought as well. And that's just within the last 10 years, we've seen that trend. So again, interesting information coming out from the IPCC, and it's interesting to see how science locally reflects that here in San Antonio.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah. And of course, Sarah did a great job breaking this down. It's also online on KSAT.com.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 8:53, 79 degrees out.
Well, a hairstylist's recent work has brought her viral fame. And here's the thing, it's turning heads on the head of a dog. That's the story next. Well, a dreadlock rockin' dog in Michigan is doing more than just donning a dope do. You like that?
Not really. She's bringing her talented stylist along for the ride to viral fame. So take a look. There we go. Miss Eva's twisted top is hand twisted. Whew, look at that. Miss Johnson, a Detroit area. What is this?
Loctician.
Loctician, okay. So she's been twisting up clients with quality and care for years.
But since her stellar work on Miss Eva went viral, her business has boomed. Johnson hopes to one day open her own salon to service clients and canines side by side. But for now, she says she's just happy her work is bringing people and pets together.
Just impressive.
It's cool.
Absolutely. All right, 8:57, 79 degrees out.
Well, it's like having deja vu after several people on a cruise ship test positive for COVID-19. Still ahead on GMSA at 9. What comes next for those passengers on board?
Plus, time is running out to sign up for Obamacare. We're going to tell you what you need to do next. New this morning, a woman dead after San Antonio police say she was hit and killed by a vehicle overnight. We now know the charges that the driver could be facing.
Plus, COVID-19 cases on board a Carnival cruise ship. What we know about the people who tested positive so far.
And taking a live look out of the Alamo City, the sun is out and the temperature is rising. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey for your full forecast in just a few moments. Until then, good morning. 9 o'clock this Saturday, August 14th. We started the original weekend at like 75 degrees, already up 4 degrees throughout the morning.
Yeah, Sarah, I liked how you called it earlier a mixed bag of weather.
Yeah, this weekend we're going to have a little bit of everything for everyone. All right, we're going to have heat and humidity today with plenty of sunshine. So nice for those folks who are celebrating the last weekend of summer break for the kids heading back. And then we're going to have a chance for some rain tomorrow. So taking a look outside, you can see those the sun shining through those cumulus clouds this morning. And then outside right now, you can see on the satellite imagery where the clouds are. We've got cloudy skies in Hondo, Sabinal, Uvalde, cloudy skies in New Braunfels this morning. But it's also totally clear both south and west of I-10 and I-37 there in Bexar County. So plenty of sunshine for some folks. We're going to see these clouds break up today, and it's going to be a toasty, toasty day. All right. Wider view here, we can look at temperatures. Totally sunny in Del Rio, where it's already 83 degrees. We just crossed the 80-degree mark here in San Antonio. 82 in Pleasanton, 76 in Kerrville, and 75 in Rock Springs. Here's that mixed bag of weather that Sarah was talking about. Hot and humid today with only a 10% chance for a stray shower. A lot like the last couple of days, we've seen a couple of very isolated showers on the radar in the afternoon. That's going to be the case today, but the good news is most of us are not going to see any rain, and so you should be able to enjoy some time outdoors. 95 for the high, but that 95 is going to feel more like 100 to 105. Meanwhile, tomorrow, as you can see clearly, there's a much better chance for rain, but it comes in the afternoon. Scattered showers and storms will be around tomorrow afternoon, and temperatures tomorrow as a result of that will be a little bit on the cooler side. Still warm, though, with highs in the low 90s. Now, if you do get some rain tomorrow, you could see heavy downpours and gusty winds. And again, it's only a 40% chance, but there's plenty to talk about in the forecast, including that chance for rain, and we'll talk about the tropics as well. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. We're following late breaking news this morning. San Antonio police tell us one man shot on the city's southeast side.
Jonathan Cotto joins us live with the latest details. Jonathan, what have police told you so far?
Good morning. I'm located on the 2000 block of Dollar Heights, specifically at the Riviera Apartments. That's near I-37, not too far off Pecan Valley Drive, where police reported to the scene of this shooting around 7:30 this morning. The scene is still very much active. Police responding to reports of that shooting around 7:32. Two reports of one man shot. The man is believed to be 32 years old. Police say he was shot in the lower back and was being uncooperative. They say he was taken to a nearby hospital by a friend and is expected to be okay. Of course, as we can see here, the police just taped off this area of the crime scene. Everything is still under investigation. That man shot is expected to be okay. Of course, all this is under investigation. We'll keep you updated as more information is made available. Max, Sarah.
Thank you, Jonathan. We're going to check in with you in just a little bit. Also new this morning, an overnight crash ends with one woman dead and the suspected driver now in custody. So take a look. This is what we know right now. This all happened in the 200 block of Deerwood Drive at just after 10 last night. Police tell us a 69-year-old man was driving in the parking lot of the apartment complex. That's when he hit a 70-year-old woman who was walking by the entrance of that complex. The woman who was hit pronounced dead at the scene. The driver taken into custody for a DWI, now could be facing intoxication manslaughter charges.
Well, new this morning, police are trying to figure out who shot a man on the city's north side overnight. It happened at 2 a.m. in Pearl Court and Blanco Road. Police tell us the man told officers he was driving on I-10 when a vehicle drove up beside him and started shooting at him, striking him in the leg. Officers say the man drove to his house and called police. He was taken to University Hospital and is expected to be okay. At this moment, police say they do not have a description of a suspect.
It was a good amount. It was like pop, 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 pop. And then there was a delay. And then the second time, it was maybe like 4 or 5.
That's what one man says he heard when an SAPD officer and 40-year-old suspect shot at each other yesterday afternoon. The officer injured is, quote, doing okay, recovering in the hospital. However, the suspect accused of shooting the officer was shot and killed. Now, San Antonio police tell us this all started when they received a call for a disturbance with a gun involving 4 men. All of this happening in the 4500 block of Lakewood Drive. That's just west of Loop 410 and north of Highway 87.
We received a call for a disturbance with a gun. There were 4 males who were described as being there. One male threatened another with a gun.
Chief McManus says the first officer to arrive spotted this suspect with a gun. That suspect took off in a bike after seeing the responding officer. Now, we're also told as the officer chased the suspect, a second officer responded to the call, found the suspect near Odessa Drive. That's when the second officer encountered the suspect with a gun. The suspect shot that officer 2 times. That suspect was sequentially shot and killed. Now, we are told that officer who has been shot has 1 year on the force. The other officer involved has been with the department for 19 years. No other injuries reported. Police not looking at any other suspects.
Well, in your morning headlines, midnight on Sunday is the deadline for consumers to take advantage of a special Obamacare sign-up period. Not only did President Joe Biden reopen the marketplace because of the pandemic, but his COVID-19 relief law is providing bigger subsidies that can reduce the cost of coverage. The government says more than 2.5 million people have signed up so far. Officials are hoping for a strong close this weekend.
Now, the breakthrough COVID cases on board that Carnival cruise ship, all those affected had reportedly been vaccinated.
ABC's transportation correspondent Gio Benitez has more from New York City Cruise Terminal on how it may affect the fight in Florida over vaccine passports.
This morning, more than 24 positive breakthrough cases aboard the Carnival Vista as it sailed through the Caribbean and Gulf. The Belize government telling ABC News 26 crew members and 1 passenger tested positive. With mild to no symptoms, all had been vaccinated. The ship left Galveston, Texas for Belize last Saturday, those positive results coming in before the Vista reached Belize. Carnival says contact tracing started immediately, including notifying passengers on the previous sailing too. So far, no other positive cases.
A cruise is a place where you're going to be in close proximity with others for extended periods of time. And so you have to think about the actual layout, what the policy is on this cruise line.
On this ship, 99% of the crew members were vaccinated and 96% of the passengers. All unvaccinated passengers, mostly children, will be tested again before returning to the U.S. The cruise line telling ABC News the CDC's conditional sail order and our own protocols anticipate the potential for COVID on board, and our procedures are designed to manage and mitigate any situation. This month, with the Delta variant raging, Carnival, Princess, and Holland America announced they would now require masks indoors regardless of vaccination.
Vaccinated or not, you have to think about your risk. You have to think about where you are, who you're around, and mask accordingly.
The outbreak is sure to get more attention as Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis argues against vaccine mandates on cruise ships. The governor facing off against Norwegian in court, a federal judge ruling for now Norwegian can require vaccinations from passengers in Florida.
And that was Gio Benitez reporting. Time now 9:08, 80 degrees out.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? A lot of questions for that man right there with his throwing shoulder, but we are already 2 preseason games in for the Dallas Cowboys. I'll tell you what, the backup quarterbacks don't look that great. We're going to explain.
Today on Texas Eats, David Elder takes us inside Butter My Biscuit in Waco.
Well, back here at home, already 80 degrees. We have seen the temp rise throughout the morning. How hot will it get today? Sarah Spivey is back. She's going to break it all down.
With a restaurant with a little bit of a game store in it.
If you're hungry, this is a spot to go to. You're looking for somewhere with sports memorabilia, this is a spot to come to. Games, all kinds of stuff. I don't know if we're gonna leave. I really don't. Right in front of me, this thing is like steaming, gooey hot. Biscuits, eggs, a little bit of salsa on there, pimento cheese, potatoes, gravy. What is this one called?
This one's called the What Brent Had. It was named after my husband. It was, again, another accident. We just are a conglomeration of happy accidents.
Oh, jalapeno cheese biscuit, breakfast sausage, pimento cheese, salsa, potatoes, gravy. This is a bite. Here we go. That is amazing.
It's a filling. We are responsible for lots of carb comas.
I absolutely love this. This is the ultimate definition of comfort food. Texas comfort food at that.
I am in. If you heard me over the Texas Eats thing, I said the enthusiasm because that looked good, but also we had Michael Jordan's sports memorabilia in there.
Did you see the binder full of Pokemon cards?
Of course, there was a Mewtwo on there.
Did you have the binder?
Of course.
Yep.
All right. Well, we know that, Sarah, you've been tracking a big thing happening right now.
Well, and it's an unfortunate thing, actually. There was a major earthquake in Haiti this morning, reported in the western part of Haiti, rather. It is a 7.2 magnitude earthquake. Here you can see Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and then Jamaica down there. No tsunami warnings, but unfortunately fatalities reported. Again, that earthquake right there on the southwestern portion of Haiti. This is pretty devastating for them. You know, again, unfortunately fatalities reported early this morning, but there's also this entire country and Hispaniola is going to be on the lookout for Tropical Storm Grace. Tropical Depression Fred has already moved out of the area, but Tropical Storm Grace is expected to move over Hispaniola sometime on Monday as well. So not a great situation out there. Of course, this is a breaking news story with this earthquake in Haiti, so be on the lookout for more stories on KSAT.com for that more information as that becomes available. Outside right now here in San Antonio, we are looking at a beautiful start to the day. It's definitely humid out there. It's 80 degrees, partly cloudy, and we already have a heat index where it feels like 85. So a warm start to what is going to be a very hot day. 76 in Kerrville, 75 in Rock Springs though, and it's 83 in Del Rio. So very warm in Del Rio to start the day, 82 in Pleasanton and 78 in Kennedy. Showing you the futurecast here. These morning clouds are already clearing out. We're going to have plenty of sunshine today and an off chance, only a 10% for a stray shower this afternoon. Much better rain chances tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a bit, but for now just know that it's going to be a hot day. 95 degrees for the high in San Antonio, 95 in New Braunfels and in Hondo, 94 in Kerrville, 95 in Gonzales, and 95 in Pleasanton, but up to 102 in Del Rio. Speaking of the triple digits, that's what it's going to feel like outside today. Even though the thermometer is going to read into the mid-90s, it's going to feel anywhere from 100 to 105 degrees. 102 in New Braunfels, 103 the feel-like temperature in Pleasanton, potentially more than 105 for Cotulla and Laredo this afternoon. We'll be at 88 degrees around noon, mostly sunny skies. In the afternoon, again, there's that 10% chance for a stray shower between the hours of 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. East-southeast winds, not going to help us out all that much. We're really only going to see a breeze from the east-southeast at only 5 miles per hour. So not going to really help you out in the shade too much. Now, on the weather pattern, you can see very clearly there are some showers from West Texas up into the Panhandle and across the Red River. Now, throughout the day today, these are going to strengthen and eventually become thunderstorms, and the thunderstorms are going to produce those outflow boundaries, and later on down the line we'll see those outflow boundaries reach the hill country. After midnight, shortly after midnight, we're going to see a couple of isolated showers from Rock Springs to Kerrville to Blanco to Austin. But here in San Antonio, we'll be waiting until the afternoon tomorrow to see our shot at rain, and in the metro area as well. Tomorrow morning, 76 degrees, and then watch what happens in the afternoon. Scattered showers and storms will develop. The chance for rain in your backyard is 40%, but if you do get some rain, you should expect gusty winds, heavy downpours, and even some frequent lightning. As we lose the daytime heating, our rain chance will come to an end for the day, but by Monday, we're also going to see a chance for isolated to scattered showers and storms. Chance for rain's a little bit less on Monday, about 30%, but it's still there, and we'll really only see an isolated shower or two on Tuesday and Wednesday. Other than that, it's going to be a warm and toasty week. Again, a lot of kids starting back at school on Monday, so if you want to enjoy a little bit of that summertime outdoors, you could still do it tomorrow, but I would pick today over tomorrow just because chance for rain is better tomorrow.
All right, good pool day.
Yeah, good pool day today.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 9:17, 80 degrees out.
Go Spurs, go.
That's right. So still ahead, the Spurs Summer League picking up the first win of the season. We got some good highlights. We have a star in the making. We're going to break it all down.
How about them Cowboys?
There we go. How about them Cowboys? A second preseason game. Remember, we had the Hall of Fame game, taking on the Steelers, and then last night taking on the Cardinals. We're going to break it down, what you need to know, especially when it comes to these guys. Next.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Woo! Good morning and welcome back. Football is back. So the Cowboys already in the second game of the preseason. They lost to the Steelers in the Hall of Fame game 16-3, but it's just preseason. Plus, they played again last night, taking on the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Second game, let's take a look. Important to mention, though, they still don't have that star quarterback, Dak Prescott. There he is right there. Number 4, he is recovering from that strained muscle in his throwing shoulder that he picked up back on July 28th. Got to imagine it's very frustrating for him. Remember, he took 9 months off to get back on the field. He had that terrible ankle injury that was pretty much dislocated. Here's the thing, though. Still haven't really figured out who the best backup's going to be for him. Last night, not great numbers. Cooper Rush, 7-13, 89 yards. Garrett Gilbert, 7-16, 80 yards. And then Ben DiNucci, who replaced Dak last year, 6-14, 1 touchdown. So here's the final from last night. Lost again, just preseason, so we're not too worried about that. 16-19, but time will tell when we'll see Dak back in a live action game, not just at practice. And time will also tell who the #1 backup will be. All right, so from the field to the court, the Spurs only have one more game left in the Summer League schedule after picking up the first win of the season in Utah and Vegas, a 106-105 victory over the Charlotte Hornets. So one of the big upsides, rookie Joe Wieskamp, Iowa, remember the name. He's had his best game since he was selected. Second round of the NBA draft, former Hawkeye, shout out to Big Ten, played 28 minutes, able to produce 17 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. First big step in the NBA. And remember, this guy's, he's 6'7", so he's like, what, 1.5 feet taller than Sarah Costa. He does tell us there's a big difference. Am I not wrong?
More
than he does tell us there is a big difference between college and the NBA. So, important to know, 5 o'clock, taking on the Brooklyn Nets. But the real star of the game, Trey Jones.
Okay.
He had the game winner. He was electric. If you're watching the game, this dude had the ball in his hands the whole time, and he should have. More than 30 points. And he's a young guy. He could have a bigger role in this new look Spurs team this coming year.
Sounds good to me.
There you go. All right, 9:23, 81 degrees out.
Well, Tony Bennett is finally retiring from the stage after the break. Why his team canceled his last tour? Well, Tony Bennett will no longer be touring. The 95-year-old Grammy winner recently canceled his upcoming 2021 tour date due to restrictions on live performance as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The announcement made by Bennett's team will mark the end of his concert touring. Bennett's fall schedule included concerts on the East Coast, including New York, Maryland, and Connecticut, as well as Oklahoma and Canada. Bennett was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in 2016. Well, actor Sean Penn appeared in Los Angeles alongside his daughter Dylan Penn at a screening for their new movie Flag Day. Based on a true story and directed by Sean Penn, Flag Day stars Penn and his real-life daughter Dylan. It's a family portrait about a young woman who struggles to rise above her dysfunctional past while reconciling with her father.
All right, time now, 9:27, 81 degrees out.
We'll still ahead on GMSA, helping area firefighters to stay cool and what they need at the scenes and how you can help.
Plus, later, when it comes to the mask mandate here in Bexar County, how parents are not responding to it. We're going to break it down. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. 9:31 this morning, Saturday, August 14th. We know throughout the summer, we've been lucky. We've gotten a lot of rain. The garden, your garden, thriving. Salsa.
Where's the salsa I brought you?
We're going to bring it out at the end of the show. We call it a deep tease. We've named it Plethora of Peppers, Sarah Costa Salsa.
Have you even tried it yet?
No.
Okay.
We're going to try it on air. There you go.
But Sarah, I understand you have some breaking news out of Haiti.
Yeah, we're continuing to get more information on this major earthquake that has occurred in Haiti. I want to go ahead and show you some more information here. Again, this earthquake was reported this morning, a 7.2 magnitude earthquake. Now, unfortunately, fatalities have been reported, and the United States Geological Survey suggests that high casualties are probable. Now, unfortunately, this has also prompted tsunami concerns. There could be waves of up to 10 feet. And as you know, this area hit by another earthquake about 11 years ago with hundreds of thousands of casualties. And that earthquake was a 7.2 5.0 magnitude earthquake. So there is going to continue to be breaking news out of Haiti throughout the day. We'll keep you informed on KSAT.com. Now, here in San Antonio, we are going to be having a warm, toasty day. Outside right now, we're looking at partly cloudy skies as we're seeing some puffy cumulus clouds develop out there. It's also a little toasty already this morning. It's warm at 80 degrees at the airport, 82 in Pleasanton, 83 in Cotulla, and 83 in Del Rio. Today's forecast, if you want to enjoy some time by the pool, it's going to be a good day to do that. We'll be looking at mostly sunny skies with a heat index of 100 to 105. Now, there is a small 10% chance for a stray shower this afternoon, but the better rain chances really arrive tomorrow afternoon. So coming up in the forecast, we're going to be talking about tomorrow's better rain chance, and of course, we'll take a check of the tropics. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Late breaking news this morning. San Antonio police say one man was shot on the city's southeast side.
Our Jonathan Cotto joins us live with the latest details. Jonathan, what have police told you?
Good morning. I'm located at the Riviera Apartments where the scene is still very much active and still under investigation. I did have the opportunity to speak with some of the neighbors here who tell us they did hear about 2 gunshots this morning, and it's exactly 2 markers that we can see. We can take a look at the markers right here. On scene, 2 of those shell casings being identified right now by those numberings right there. But here's what we know so far. 1 man has been shot. That man is believed to be around 32 years old. Police say he was shot in the lower back and was being uncooperative. They say he was taken to a nearby hospital by a friend and is expected to be okay. Of course, Max, Sarah, this scene continues to be under investigation. But I can tell you right now, not only is this area right here taped off, but also this building right here to my left, the entire front part of this apartment building is taped off and under investigation. Right now, they're trying to find a motive, trying to find a suspect. Neighbors here tell me they saw a car drive off. They didn't give me a description, and they saw a man run off. But of course, this case continues under investigation. We'll provide you more information as that is made available to us. Reporting for GMSA, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Now to the latest in the pandemic here at home. Taking a look at the latest numbers, the 7-day average, nearly 1,400 new cases. That is up 5% since Thursday. Meanwhile, almost 1,300 COVID patients hospitalized in our local hospitals, 333 people in the ICU, 214 people on ventilators. Now, when it comes to wearing masks, some parents have actually started pushing back against a possible mask mandate for schools, arguing that those parents should have a choice for their children. Now, local leaders argue this safety measure is needed to help stop the spread of COVID that's sending children and adults to the hospital. The Fourth Court of Appeals deciding to uphold the mask mandate through at least Monday morning. Attorney General Ken Paxton now taking the appeal to the Texas Supreme Court on Monday. A judge will decide if that mask mandate will be allowed to extend past the Monday deadline.
Well, speaking of coronavirus in schools, a year-round Northeast Side ISD campus is reporting an alarming rise in COVID-19 cases. Dr. Sean Micah says Castle Hills Elementary opened on July 19th with cases being initially low. However, the school now has 18 confirmed student cases and 4 cases among its staff. Many of those student cases due to close contact while they were at school. Dr. Micah expressing the importance of mask wearing.
At this point, the data is showing us that mitigation strategies are necessary. School staff will continue to promote hand hygiene, classroom sanitation, and social distancing when possible. But it has been clear recently that those strategies are not enough.
Well, Dr. Micah says if the trend spreads to other campuses in the school district, they may have to close some campuses. The rest of any ISD schools start on Monday.
Switching gears, the proposed San Antonio city budget is in and it reaches $3.1 billion. It is the first time in San Antonio's history that the budget has exceeded that $3 billion mark. So there are a lot of questions like what went into the planning for the budget? What did it look like? How big an impact did COVID have in those shutdowns? So tomorrow on Leading SA at 8 a.m., we are joined by San Antonio City Manager Eric Walsh. We know you probably have a lot of questions, so you can submit them right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com. Then join us tomorrow at 8 a.m. See what the City Manager has to say.
Well, happening today, the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center is hosting 2 community blood drives. The first one is happening at HEB on Petrenko at 1604 from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. This blood drive is in honor of Francisco Perida Jr., who passed away after battling leukemia. And the second one is at the HEB on Bulverde at 1604 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Blood Center says the blood supply is critically low and it needs at least 600 donors a day to rebuild that supply. Donors are urged to make appointments by calling that number. It's on the top of your screen there, 210-731-5590, or visiting southtexasblood.org.
All right, we've been talking about it throughout the morning. Monday is the first day of school for so many kids in and around our area. So if you're still in the need of school supplies and you want to look cool for the first day of school, don't worry, still a chance to get some cool supplies later today. Mixed Fit SA hosting a free Cool for School event on the south side. They're going to be giving away around 250 stuffed backpacks and free haircuts for kids. Now, vaccinations and COVID testing also available at the site. If you have some extra supplies that you want to donate, there will be a donation and collection station on site. Now, this is happening today, 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. Mixed Fit SA, located 2655 Flight Nurse.
Well, if you're looking for your forever friend, San Antonio Pets Alive is hosting 2 on-site adoption events today. It is happening at their Petco Love Adoption Center and PetSmart at the Rim. They will also have, I love this, a $5 footlong adoption special that applies to all dogs and cats over a foot long. Times are from noon to 4 p.m.
All right, and if you haven't taken your child for a haircut for the first day of school, the 619 Barbershop doing it for free. Community event actually happening tomorrow, 10 a.m. to noon. This is 1429 West Hildebrand, Suite 103. In addition to haircuts, they're actually going to be giving away backpacks and free barbecue plates as well while supplies last. So there are so many awesome free events going on in and around the city for all those parents or those families who are still, gearing up to return to the class.
Nothing like a fresh haircut makes you feel so good and confident, especially for your first day of school.
Exactly. New backpack, new haircut. You got all the swag.
Who dis? Had to.
Yeah, okay. 9:39, 81 degrees out.
Well, risking everything, even their lives for Texas independence, coming up in our next half hour. We are continuing our Tejano Moment series about Colonel Francisco Ruiz.
Plus, San Antonio firefighters and other first responders can be at the scene for sometimes hours at a time with no break in sight. So, up next, we're going to tell you about a local nonprofit organization who wants to help out.
Let's take a look at live cam. Already 81 degrees at 9:40 this morning. Sarah Spivey says today will be a hot one, but you can expect some rain this weekend. She'll tell you when we come back.
Good morning, welcome back. When there's a 2-alarm fire, a standoff, or a hazmat investigation, San Antonio Fire and police or first responders, they can be on the scene for hours.
Yeah, we've seen them out there usually when we're out there covering some of these events, but that means no access to restrooms or food or shelter. It's why a local nonprofit was created to help assist our first responders. Well, I spoke to that nonprofit called Fire Scene Rehab. They talk about their mission, and they also introduce us to their 4-legged friend who tags along for the ride. When there's an emergency in San Antonio, our first responders are on it, and sometimes they can be there for hours in the South Texas heat with no water, food, or access to restrooms. That's where the nonprofit Fire Scene Rehab comes in.
And a lot of times, being at a scene, they can't leave, they can't go to the store, they can't, to go use a restroom.
In 2000, Bobby Briggs founded the nonprofit. It started out with just a van. Now the 24/7 all-volunteer RAN service group has an air-conditioned bus and a trailer that totes a portable potty. The bus is stocked with ice chests full of water, Gatorades, and snacks. They custom-built the benches for first responders to be able to sit and cool off during a rotation on scene.
The rotation on the rehab part of those fire crews is essential for their health. If they don't have that opportunity to do that, of course they can get either dehydrated. The risks are there for a lot of bad things to happen.
And star of the nonprofit is rescue emotional dog Titan. He's been with the organization for about a year now, and anytime they ride to scenes, he sits right here in the front row. When the engine starts, he knows it's go time and hops onto his front seat ready to work.
Titan comes into play because, especially with the kids, they can come in, maybe console by petting him a little bit. He's kind of an icebreaker, as y'all seen him. And so he helps out a lot with that, and not only for the occupants, but also for our first responders.
He takes his job seriously as long as he gets lots of belly rubs and treats. But most importantly, Titan and the fire scene rehab volunteers rely solely on donations to keep the nonprofit serving our local first responders. The most expensive item, keeping their vintage bus and trucks up to date and running.
Preventive maintenance is always an issue, and we do our best with the upkeep and the funding that we do receive, but we always appreciate monetary donations to help us with that.
Sarah. So those trucks you saw, one is the bus is from the early 90s that has been completely redone. Another one of their truck that totes the porta potty is from the early 80s. So maintenance is very expensive. If there's any mechanics out there that want to donate their services, they say they take that. But look at your screen. That's a QR code. Go ahead and, put your phone up there, and that will link you directly to help for their donations. And they've already received $585 since we aired the story yesterday. So thanks to our community to keep helping out our first responders.
For those who don't know how to use a QR code, I feel like over the last year we've all learned a little bit. You go to your camera on your phone and you point it in there, and then something should pop up at the top. You click the link, and that'll help out. And I love that you put the QR code in the story so that people can literally just pull out the phone. We've all known how to use the phone at this point and go help directly. I saw Sarah has her phone out there.
Yeah, I'm going to donate now. Thanks, Sarah. That's really awesome. Well, I'll donate after I do the weather.
You got the pollen count up?
Yeah, we just got the pollen count in, and it's actually good news today. Molds are low, only at 370, so that is some very, very good news there. Now, something to keep in mind, though, is that we do have a chance for rain tomorrow in the afternoon, and that could make our mold numbers fluctuate as well. So keep that in mind. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the tropics. Now, Tropical Depression Fred is just in the northern part of Cuba. It's expected to re-strengthen into a tropical storm, eventually making landfall somewhere along the Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida panhandle by about Monday in the morning hours into the afternoon. The other thing to consider is Tropical Storm Grace. Tropical Storm Grace is, unfortunately, Haiti is in the cone of uncertainty there when it comes to Tropical Storm Grace, sometime Monday or Tuesday impacting Haiti. Why is that important? Unfortunately, Haiti has just reported a 7.2 magnitude earthquake, and high fatalities are unfortunately expected from the damage. If Grace happens to go over Haiti, it could really impact rescue efforts there. So we'll be keeping you updated. Tropical Storm Grace could also impact Cuba and southern Florida by the later part of next week. Meanwhile, here in San Antonio, we're going to have fairly quiet weather today. 88 degrees around noon, 92 in the afternoon, 95 for the afternoon high temperature. That 95 will feel more like 100 to 105, and we don't have much of a wind today to help us out. East-southeast winds maybe at about 5 miles per hour. Only a 10% chance for a stray shower this afternoon, and you can see that in the futurecast. A couple of spots could see brief pop-up shower that falls apart really quickly. Again, the chance for rain is only 10% today. If you get rain, you're very lucky, but most of us are going to miss out on the rainfall, and it's going to be a hot one. High temperatures today in the mid to upper 90s. It'll be in the low 90s, though, up in the hill country, 92 in Rock Springs, 94 in Kerrville, 102 for Del Rio. But as I mentioned earlier, that heat index is going to be very high today, feeling like 105 in Del Rio, feeling like 102 in San Antonio. The 95 high temperature will feel 7 degrees warmer outside. 102 in New Braunfels and 103 in Gonzales. We're seeing these morning clouds start to break up. It's 80 degrees. It already feels like 85. It's 79 in Uvalde, 84 in Pleasanton, and 83 in Cotulla. A wider view here, temperatures comfortable in the 60s in the Panhandle. There are some areas of rain in the Panhandle and across the Red River. This is going to be our source of the chance for rain tomorrow. Outflow boundaries are going to develop from this, making it to the hill country potentially in the overnight hours. Just some isolated rain in the overnight hours for the hill country. Here in San Antonio, though, we'll start the day tomorrow quiet. 76 degrees. It's the afternoon hours that will see scattered showers and storms around the area. Now, it is not going to rain in every location tomorrow, but there is a chance for rain, about 40% chance. If you do get rain, heavy downpours, gusty winds, and lightning are possible, but we're not anticipating severe weather. High temperatures, though, will be a couple of degrees cooler because of the rain cool air in the area. That's why the high tomorrow should only be in the low 90s. And again, if you want some rain in the rain gauge, keep your fingers crossed because it'll be scattered in nature. There will be those who have and those who have not. We'll be seeing a chance for rain again on Monday and then gradually seeing our rain chances end early next week. By the way, it's going to be hot and humid every day. Feel like temperatures in the triple digits.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 9:50, 81 degrees out.
Well, learning about Tejano's first attempt at Texas freedom. After the break, we have the second part of our Tejano Moment series.
Although Tejanos had their own capital, Spain still ruled over them with an absolute monarchy. But in 1810, after Father Hidalgo's cry for independence, Tejanos joined the first attempts at freedom, including Colonel Francisco Ruiz.
He gathers his family, his immediate family and extended family, and they start to head east. The Redondo forces are hot pursuit. They're going to kill him.
Local historian Rudy Rodriguez says Tejanos stopped supporting the royalist cause and supported local government instead.
Colonel Ruiz receives his first commission as a first lieutenant in the Compañías Volantes that are here in San Antonio.
Ruiz would later become second in command. Then in 1813, an army known as the Army of the North attacked at Nacogdoches. This inspired other Tejanos to fight back, succeeding in Victoria, Gonzales, and then San Antonio. After their victory, the first constitutional government was created and Texas became independent and free. But in August of the same year, a Spanish army began attacking San Antonio too.
There's leading officers who are lost in battle. There's a conflict among military leaders. He fills a vacuum and he receives a commission of lieutenant colonel. So he's actually in charge at the Battle of Medina and the retreat that from there as well.
Sadly, over 1,000 lives were lost in the army made up of American filibusters, Tejanos, and natives. And with a free Texas came other consequences. The Ruiz family, along with many other families, were forced to flee for their lives.
They do succeed in capturing some of them, and they are executed. Many of them are successful in crossing into the Louisiana border, and they, literally save their lives because of that.
Several years later, in 1821, the Republic of Mexico was finally created, and Ruiz and other Tejanos were able to return to their homes. Rosalind Jimenez, KSAT 12 News.
Well, tomorrow on GMSA, we're wrapping up this segment with the difficult choices Ruiz was forced to make and what led him to becoming part of an execution list in Mexico.
Time now, 9:56, 82 degrees out.
Well, if you're in the market for a used car, it may be more difficult due to the global computer chip shortage. Tomorrow on GMSA, we have some key suggestions on how you can still find a good used vehicle at a reasonable price.
One man is shot after reports of a shooting this morning. Good morning. I'm Jonathan Cotto. I'm located on the 2000 block of Dollar Heights at the Riviera Apartments, where police are actively investigating the scene. And now here's what we know so far. One man has been shot. That man is believed to be around 32 years old. Police say he was shot in the lower back and was being uncooperative. They say he was taken to a nearby hospital by a friend and is expected to be okay. Detectives are at the hospital right now and waiting to get more information from that man. Of course, this case continues to be under investigation. We will keep you updated as more information is made available. Reporting, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Okay, so I brought salsa for Max, but now he just gifted it to Sarah. So there you go, Sarah Spivey.
I'm going to make me, Gus. I'm excited.
On that note, we are done here.
Good weekend.
Right now. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m.